Ladies and gentlemen, China new AI startup called DeepSeek is set to send shockwave throughout the entire US stock market and potentially crash many high-tech startup stock. Let's understand what DeepSeek is and also understand what this could spell trouble or opportunity for US stock market. So let's watch on, shall we, till the end to get my perspective. So over the weekend, suddenly there's a lot of news about this AI startup called DeepSeek. It is a Chinese AI startup, and right now it has overtaken ChatGPT on the Apple App Store. DeepSeek has now overtaken ChatGPT in terms of the number of downloads in the Apple App Store. And the most interesting thing is that he's actually very accurate, very powerful, and potentially operates at a very low cost. This right now raises a lot of questions on the sustainability of the crazy amount of spending that the Western company has, including Apple and Microsoft, potentially have a lot of impact on all the chipset manufacturers. So this is a big mega news. And from many point of open research, DeepSeek is actually at the same performance as that of OpenAI and other AI companies, and it's only at a small fraction of the cost of them. For example, this is a screen capture I took. DeepSeek compared to OpenAI, the price per million tokens, I actually don't know what on earth is this way of yardstick, but I think it's the amount of cost per processing. OpenAI costs about $60 and DeepSeek is only cost $2.19. And DeepSeek is actually open source, so everybody can use it for free. And OpenAI charge a bomb and a leg for you to use it. And the quality and benchmarks are the same. And later I'll show you what exactly do they mean by that. These news have sent a shockwave, and Nvidia in the pre-market has already fallen by 12%, and many other stocks are crashing as well. And this sent a shockwave right now. Market as at video recording time is yet to open. I'll take a look at it in a short while to see what's the impact on the first few minutes of the stock market. The futures market has already crashed 3% almost 4%, suggesting that this could be one of the biggest daily slide ever since 2022. 3-4% fall per day is a very big number. And the S&P 500 has also dropped by 2%. In particular, AI chipset manufacturer Nvidia and Oracle and AI analytics company Palantir has dropped some phenomenal number, and this is potentially going to spread out throughout the whole stock market. Well, the key thing is that whatever DeepSeek is claiming, nobody at this juncture could confirm 100% what they say is true. If indeed what they say is true, that the cost to train models has traditionally been in a range of hundreds of millions of dollars to now about close to $6 million. This is now a huge news for productivity, and AI end user cost is now a lot lower than what was previously estimated. And this is simply means a lower cost of access. Unfortunately, at this juncture, the market is only single view at now DeepSeek, what it could do to all the rivals, and this is potentially catastrophic for the stock market. At this juncture, potentially $1 trillion could be wiped out from the US stock market by DeepSeek's emergence, and this is as good as a major stock market meltdown. In particular, DeepSeek spells a lot of trouble for Nvidia and AI stocks and all the peripheral stocks, ASMC, and potentially Broadcom and all the other stocks as well. At this juncture, everybody believes that you got to use a lot of processing power to run AI, and there is an AI hype right now. But if what DeepSeek says is true, then you potentially don't need so much NVIDIA chips, and the demand for NVIDIA will go down. And as a result, the business for NVIDIA and the stock of NVIDIA will go down significantly as well. Well, there's also claim that DeepSeek is actually BSing, and some says that because of the US restriction and sanction on China, Chinese companies are not allowed the more powerful H100 NVIDIA chips. So DeepSeek has been using the less powerful H800 chips. I don't know what is that, but it simply means that DeepSeek is now using less powerful chips to produce the same results at a much cheaper cost. But there are some claims that that's not true. Some claim that they are able to do it because they are able to bypass some of the US export restriction to China and things like that. So there is a lot of woo-woo right now. It's very difficult to tell who is right, who is wrong. Well, whether DeepSeek emergence is actually good or bad for stock market really depends on where you sit. Well, at this juncture, I think the analysts are saying that there were original plans for the Max 7 to dominate the AI market with their expensive AI service, and this could spell a lot of profit squeeze because all this capex spending on AI is roaring faster than revenue. But if what DeepSeek has done is going to be the new standard, then this could potentially reduce their capital spending and boost their profit. So the only company that is going to be impacted on the Max 7 in a large way is NVIDIA. But for rest of companies who are now pursuing a AI aspiration, I think that's actually good. So in the long run, I think this is a good thing. But the whole stock market is now reacting in a very emotional manner, which I think they should relook at the impact in the potential long run. Let's do an AI test, shall we, between Meta AI, ChatGPT, and DeepSeek. And I'm having some fun just searching, putting some queries into three AI engine, and let's see, okay? So first thing is I ask them who's Lu Chengchuan. Not that Lu Chengchuan is very famous, but let's ask them who's Lu Chengchuan. And let's see what are different results that come out, shall we? So I pump this into DeepSeek. Tell me about Lu Chengchuan, okay? And straight away this thing come out. So Lu Chengchuan is a prominent figure in Singapore, known as for his advocacy of financial literacy and retirement planning. He's one of proponent of the 165 movement. Take note, it's actually quite good. I'm not the only one, but I'm just one of the key proponent of the 165 movement. Blah 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 blah. This passive income of $1,000 by age of 65 is not 1M65. So this part has some mistake, okay? But actually, he got, I would say, some part of it correct. I'm yes, a CPF related, blah 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 blah. I'll give it, maybe 7 out of 10 or something like that. Somewhere there. I asked what is 1M65, and it somewhat accurately tell you that 165 movement refer to a social initiative aimed at encouraging people to achieve a monthly passive income of $1,000 by age of 65. That's wrong. In fact, this part is correct. $1 million savings by the age. So it's there, but a bit of mumbo jumbo there. And then, it talks about how we gain prominence through social media, CPF. It also resonates with many Singaporeans concerned for cost and need for adequate retirement planning, blah, blah, blah. So I think it's somewhere around there. So not too bad, okay? Not too bad. 7 out of 10 or something like that, which is not too bad. So this Meta AI is complete junk. I asked who is Lu Chengchuan. He said, I cannot find any widely recognized information about Lu Chengchuan, blah, blah, blah. And I asked, what is 1M65? He says that it could be a code, blah, 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 whatever. And this is complete junk. Then I asked ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT, I asked, who is Lu Chengchuan? And first he says that I'm a well-known entrepreneur and angel investor based in Singapore, founder of Sleek. I don't know what is that. Prominent figure for entrepreneurship involved in mentorship investment and blah, blah, blah. Notable figure in the local startup scene. Maybe that's like 10 years ago or something like that. I'm no founder of Sleek as well. So this is completely junk, 1 out of 10. So I tried and I said, this is wrong. I said, oh, I mixed up, okay. Could you clarify which Lu Chengchuan I'm referring to? I say it's the founder of 165. I say, okay. Yes, Lu Chengchuan is indeed a founder of 165 movement, blah, 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 $1 million at 65, so blah, blah, blah. Okay, I guided it lah. So you got it right because I guided it. And I asked, what is 165? I say 165 could be train service, product code, whatsoever. So I said, what is 165 movement? So 165 movement is a financial movement popularized by a group of Singaporeans to accumulate 1 million by 65. So, okay, this part is correct, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the rest of it is correct. Quite amazing is that actually ChatGPT got it really well. It actually could describe bit by bit what I did to achieve 1M65 and even talk about extended version of 4M65, 5M65 and things like that. So ChatGPT, I would say that, if you teach it a little bit, you got it, more than correct. So I would say that, probably Meta is the worst, and ChatGPT and DeepSeek is somewhere, on par. So as it stands right now, market opens and the stock market price for NVIDIA is right now at about 11.7% is bad, but it seems we have a bit of coming up. The S&P 500 is about down 1.76%. Not so bad. It's bad, but not so bad. The Nasdaq is down by 2.96%. Bad, but not as bad as the 4% that the futures market were indicating. So a lot of panic initially, but I think the market is now getting a little bit more calm, and people like me, would actually pull back and calm down and things like that, right? So let's get back to my key message. These are my views of DeepSeek and its impact on the stock market. If what DeepSeek claim is true, this is a huge technological breakthrough. A huge technological breakthrough should not cause a crash in the stock market. If there's anything, it will cause a big breakthrough in the entire stock market. It will cause a AI race to outdo each other at a much cheaper cost. So it is actually good for the stock market in the long run. Big tech companies do not need to spend crazy costly R&D costs to achieve the same results. And because right now cost of processing has become much cheaper, it could achieve a bigger breakthrough in artificial intelligence. So I think this is a very important breakthrough for us. Now, short term, there could be an impact to chip manufacturers, but what was unaffordable in the past could now spur on more demand for chips in the long run. So I even think that to chip manufacturers, this could be a big thing in the long run. So I wouldn't take it so negatively and be so panicky about the whole thing. So I'm not telling you to buy or sell. Let me caveat this. I'm just telling you I won't overreact. And what does that mean? You go interpret yourself. I won't overreact. I would just watch and see the entire space. This is probably a good segue to my next advice to everybody. I think there is value in not stock picking and simply buying the entire index. When you buy an entire index, in the case of, let's say, the NASDAQ 100, you're picking 100 stocks. Yes, a few stocks dominate the whole thing, but you're still buying a very big basket of stocks. And when you buy the S&P 500, you're buying 500 stocks, in varying degree and things like that. Now, when you buy one stock, two stock, five stock, even 10 stocks, you are very heavily weighted on individual stocks unless you are very, very good, a stock picker and able to have the foresight of Warren Buffett's, and things like that. I think that stock picking is a very dangerous thing. I don't do that. I just simply buy the index during market crashes and ignore and live my life and just watch the show. Since 2022 till now, I've not entered the market in a big way. Okay, I do some rebalancing and probably that's it. I haven't done anything. I'm sitting on huge profits simply by buying the index during market crashes and ignoring it. So even if Nvidia were to go down and things like that, as much as there are losers, there will be winners as well in the long run. So the index will kind of recover by itself. So this is my view of market strategy. Not telling you to buy or sell, but I think there is a value not in picking stocks and simply just buying the index. In a nutshell, brace for impact for today, maybe for tomorrow or for a few days. But I think that this whole thing is something that I won't overreact. But I think that in the short term, there will be huge market volatility. But I think this is more positive news than the negative news for the world of AI and for the rest of the economy and for technology as well. As artificial intelligence now become cheaper, more productive, and I'm also happy that the tech space now will have competition with each other. So let's watch this space, shall we? I'll see you in a day or two. Bye-bye.